You've got some potentially huge news that might just put some cash back in your pocket, guys. We're talking about a recent and incredibly important federal court case decision of Terry Kwong versus the United States. I mean, if you were hit with IRS penalties or interest during the COVID-19 pandemic, you'll definitely want to stick around. I'm going to break down the findings and what you need to do right now to possibly get a refund, abatement back from the IRS. And the big takeaway is this. So what exactly happened in Kwong versus the United States? Well, basically the Court of Federal Claims ruled that because of the federally declared COVID-19 disaster, federal tax filing and payment deadlines were automatically suspended. So the magic window that you need to remember is this: January 20th, 2020 through July 10th, 2023. And according to this ruling, the IRS should have considered tax payments during this 3.5-year period as late until after the disaster period officially ended on July 10th, 2023, but they didn't. So what does this affect? So if you're wondering whether this applies to you, here are the main types of penalties and interests that fall under this ruling. So you got failure to file penalties, and you got failure to pay penalties, estimated tax payments, underpayment of interest. So that's including interest that might have started accruing earlier than it should have. So if you, your business, or an estate paid any of these between January 2020 and July 2023, you might be eligible to get that money back. Now, there is a catch, because there's always a catch, right? The IRS the government, I should say, has already appealed the decision. This means that this means that a higher court could uphold the ruling, narrow it down, or completely reverse it. But until that appeals process plays out, the IRS just isn't handing out checks as a matter of course. But to have a shot at these refunds, you have to act by July 10th, 2026. So here's your next steps. Review all your past filings. Go to irs.gov. You can get your IRS transcript records there for 2020 to 2023 window. See if you were hit with any of these specific payments or interest. And number 2, file a protective claim. You need to file a protective refund claim. It's based on IRS code section 7508A and the Kwong case. Essentially, bookmarks your spot in line, and if the ruling stands, then you'll need to fill out form number 843. That's the one you have to fill out. Make sure you beat the deadline like I talked about, July 10th, 2026. That's right around the corner. So if you miss that deadline, you'll likely lose the chance to get that money back, no matter what the courts rule coming up on the appeal. And lastly, talk to a tax pro. Talk to your CPA, your tax attorney, tax advisor, whatever. Make sure you're filing the protective claim correctly. And make sure you guys take advantage of our 15 to 150,000 plus console guarantee. Bottom line is, we promise to 10x your console fee in the form of at least 15 to 150,000 or more in savings, whether it's new financial opportunities, savings that you've never used before, could be in either tax, investment, retirement, or asset preservation planning ideas that you guys can use immediately. And if we don't tax your retainer fee, we start returning your money back to you on a pro-rata basis. We show you no value, you pay zero. And lastly, if you haven't heard before, we're giving everybody access to the #1 financial planning software in the country, is ranked by T3 Insider Software Survey. Go to our website, pursuefinancialfreedom.com, click on the link, scroll down a little bit, you'll see it. And thanks for hanging out today.